Alright, we're going to take a look here at perimeter and circumference, kind of starting into some geometry topics. A good perimeter example, a good visual is this. We're going to measure in a minute the perimeter of a pool area, and I'm going to say that's going to be for a fence, right? If we were to kind of create a fence all the way around this pool, we'd need to know the rim, right? The area all the way around the pool, or I shouldn't say area, but kind of the distance around each side altogether, the sum of all those sides, so we could build a fence around that pool. We're also going to look at circumference, which is the total distance, kind of the rim of a circle, right? So it's the perimeter of a circle is its circumference. That's what we're going to look at today. The kind of generic formula for perimeter of everything, it's always the sum of all the sides. So if we add up sum, meaning we're going to add up all the sides of an object, we'll get its perimeter. Three kind of shortcuts here. If we're talking about an equilateral triangle where all the sides are the same, we can just do 3 times the side, or 3s. If we're talking about a square where all the sides are the same, 4 times the side length, or just 4s. If we're talking about a rectangle, we've got 2 lengths and 2 widths, so we could do 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. That would be one way to find the perimeter, the distance all the way around a rectangle. Or we could, if we were to kind of take one side, we could add up a length and a width. 2 times length plus width, right? And that would get us all the way around, get us the perimeter of the rectangle. Circles are going to be a little different. We'll give you the formulas here, and you'll see how it works. This being our circle, this is the diameter in the middle here. So this formula uses diameter to calculate circumference. On the right, this is the radius of the circle, you'll recall. So this formula uses the radius. And notice the difference here is the 2. So the diameter is 2 times the radius, or the radius is half of the diameter. Okay? So that's the relationship between the two. That's why when we use the radius, we multiply by 2. We also multiply both of those by pi, and for your work, we're just going to use 3.14 as pi. You can just punch that in your calculator as 3.14, which is approximate. Pi is an irrational number, and the decimals just keep going. Here's a couple examples for you. We won't work out the triangle on the left. I will leave you with the total perimeter in case you do want to just add those up and double check what's going on there. So that's the sum of all these sides, right? If we add them all up, we get the perimeter is 598. On the right, this perimeter is a little uglier, so we'd have to be adding everything up. And I might suggest you do something like this. We've got 40 meters plus 60 meters. This might be baseboard around the exterior of your home or something like that, trim around the exterior of your home. 15 meters on this side plus 30 meters down through here plus the 10 meters kind of inside the U plus the 30 meters here plus lots of sides to work with. You might be kind of measuring all the way around and just checking everything as you go. 15 meters on that side plus 60 meters along the base of this object. So the perimeter is the sum of all of those sides. If you do the math, check the math, you'll see this would have a perimeter of 260 meters altogether. Quick estimate there, right? This is 100, 60, 30, 10, there's another 100, 30, 15, 15, there's the 60. So yeah, we see 260 looks good. Here's our fencing example. Here's our pool. We had 20 meters along the top was the length. We had 15 meters along the side was the width. So remember our rectangles, we can just do 2 times L plus 2 times W. We've got 2 lengths and 2 widths. So 2 times the 20 plus 2 times the 15. So we've got 40 plus 30 equals 70 meters. So we'd have 70 meters of fencing around our pool. If we were to calculate the cost of that fencing, then we're given a rate. The cost, we're given that it's $25.40 per meter of fence. And I'm going to suggest we set up a proportion here. So we don't know then, we're looking for the total cost for 70 meters of fence. right? We've got those two equivalent ratios. That's our proportion. So now we solve by cross-multiplying and divide, right? Cross-multiply, then divide. So now we can do our 2540 times 70 divided by 1. We get our total cost of fencing in this case, $17.78. Now take a moment now, as always, right? Stop and look back at this proportion to understand where those numbers came from, to understand how we took what was in the question, put it in the ratio, to understand why it's 70 on the bottom, because we also have meters on the bottom. Those are the important things you want to be looking for as you watch and as you write down these examples. Look for all of that. Last thing, let's do a diameter question here. Let's talk about a tire. It has a diameter of 70 centimeters, and we're asked for the circumference. So this is when we use that C equals pi d formula, pi being 3.14, we're using it as 3.14, times our 70 centimeters. So in this case, our circumference is equal to 219.8 centimeters. Quick estimate, right? It's about 3 times 70 would be 210. 220 sounds good, right? That would be the rim, the distance all the way around the edge of this tire. Okay? Two sets of questions here from 2.1 and 3.3 here for you guys to practice. Good luck.